everyone, it is Evan here from the Trade Risk on Wednesday, June 19th. We are intraday right now, and this is our weekly trade ideas video where we bring you some of the names from our watch list, stocks that are holding up well, showing some good relative strength, and ideally are not yet too extended in their range. As always, these videos are powered by our partners over at Investors Business Daily. We're curating ideas based on their stock lists. You can get access to their lists with a link in the description of this video. So we have 5 names to look at today, 3 from IBD's list, 2 from my watch list, and Fed rate decision is out now. Looks like things are unchanged. Markets fairly muted, maybe still digesting that recent announcement. We're about 10 or 15 minutes after the Fed decision here. So let's jump into the names from this week. First is CDW. This comes from IBD's list, and what you can see here is we have a kind of strong leadership name here, working itself higher throughout the course of 2019, had a strong rally from sub $80 all the way up to over 100. It's been moving sideways since May. We had this little downtrend that was in place for a few weeks. We popped up, broke above it, then we started moving down to sideways here again over the past 5 or 6 trading days. So I like this this sideways action here in the context of this long-term uptrend, looking for a move over this trend line, over maybe 108 pivot or a break to new highs here. Looks good for CDW, something that I'm paying attention to. No position at this time. Next up is EPAM. This one here has been moving sideways since March. Again, zooming out, you can see it's had this really strong run up at the beginning of this year. It's trading just under its all-time highs. It's been moving sideways since March, and it's recently kind of tagged the upper end of the range. The prior all-time highs around 180, and it's very sort of orderly pullback here. Volume has been light on the pullback back into the midpoint of this range. MACD is positive. So for me, if you want to cheat here, you can use this trend line. If it starts breaking above it, say above 175, 176, that could be a good, first entry, half-size position, leg in. Otherwise, the actual resolve of this range here, clearing to new all-time highs, this pivot around 180, that's something to pay attention to. So EPAM, I like the setup here, I like the structure, and I'm going to be paying attention to it over the coming days and weeks. Last but not least is ZM. This is a recent IPO. This is Zoom Video, which has been off to a very strong start since its IPO in April. You can see it's got this nice high-tight consolidation that it's working on right now after gapping up in the beginning of June. And you can see that it's really been ignoring and shrugging off all of the weakness from the past couple of weeks in the market, and it's trading just under its all-time highs here. New issue, so this is something that has good beta and can really start to move. 105, that's the area that I'm looking at, basically new all-time highs for ZM for this trend to continue. So 3 names there. 2 from my watch list now. Coming up is AVLR. This one here is, I talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Again, I still like the fact that this has been just really resilient here and moving sideways at all-time highs. Again, this is a fairly young issue. It IPO'd in 2018, the middle of the year. It's been in an uptrend since then. It's been moving sideways between 65 and call it 75 for the past month and a half now. It's holding this gap up. It's moving sideways. I like the action here, just waiting on the trigger, waiting on some volume to really come in here and give sort of the all-clear signal that this is ready to start to trend. Last but not least is ETSY. This is Etsy. This might be on IBD's list as well, but this one here, again, is just back to all-time highs. This has been a strong stock for the past couple of years. It's pulled off of that $70 level. It's got this cluster of resistance here, call it right around 70 to 71, this basic band in here, which really started from February, March of this year. Hasn't gone really anywhere. It's just bumping up against that level. It's pulling off of it now. MACD is holding firm in positive territory. So for me, Etsy over 70, 71 or so starts to look pretty good. So keep an eye on that one. So that is it for me. 5 names, all on the long side, mostly breakout pullback setups, but hopefully you find something in there that fits your strategy and time frame. Remember, do your own due diligence on these names, of course. And that's it for me. So thanks so much, as always, for tuning in and watching. You can subscribe on our YouTube channel. We'll be back next Wednesday with some more trade ideas just like this.